know, Evan Banks, former tag team partner, now Aric Andrews, was part of this unit we called the Killbillies, and unfortunately it seems like that's over with. Because last weekend at the PWI show, Aric Andrews turned his back not only on us,
hey, y'all ought to be glad.
right? But also turned against CWF Mid-Atlantic, and that's a whole other set of worms I'm not going to get into right now. Calculus! The female mind and the decisions of Aric Andrews are things that I do not understand. So what we're going to do, Aric Andrews, I know you're here because you certainly know where the building is. I know you can work Twitter.
They wanna know. They wanna know.
Go, take it.
You know what I don't understand?
He's even got a fluffy pocket.
That's rookie. You know what I don't understand? How you can come out here and lie and cry and complain like a little girl about how you've lost your best friend. Guess what? That's what happens in life. People grow up and they travel away from each other. They just split up sometimes. It's the way of the world. But the fact that you would come out here and waste all of these people's time with your lifetime drama and look past me, do you think that I forgot about what happened a month ago when you got lucky? When you got lucky. I slipped on a banana peel and you were there for 3 seconds. Whoop-de-doo. The fact that you haven't responded to any of my comments. Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy. I've been waiting. I am not a patient man. So I'll tell you what, enough of the talk. Get me a referee. We're going to take care of this right now. What is your name? Joey Hogan. Joey Hogan. You have been selected by the King to official this match. But before we get started, you need to check that man.
You need to check him.
Marcellus King with the microphone up against the side of the skull of Evan Banks. Bell has not sounded yet, and Evan Banks is already getting drilled in the corner. There's the bell, and we are off and running already. It is already madness in any direction here at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. Brad Stutts and Cecil Pirate Bay Scott are in the booth, and Cecil Scott, the aggression coming out of Marcellus King undeniably stemming from just about 5 weeks ago when he was upset by Evan Banks at our historic 400th live event.
Yes, a match I feel like, T-Bone,
oh Lord!
I feel like it's a match Marcellus may have overlooked it, and Evan Banks caught him. But Marcellus is not taking anything for chance here. And Evan Banks, his mind is obviously, I feel like, 1,000,000 miles away right now.
Yeah, as Evan Banks and Bobby O'Neill just alluded to, it was only 1 week ago that their former partner, Aric Andrews, I feel comfortable saying former partner now, revealed himself. First time that we have seen him since he quit the Killbillies back in December. And 1 week ago, Aric Andrews joining up with Lee Valiant, Nick Richards, and the Dawson brothers to officially stake their claim, basically, that they're going to tear CWF Mid-Atlantic down, that these walls are going to come down around around all of us. And I can understand Evan Banks feeling very betrayed. I've had a friendship with Aric Andrews over the years. I feel very betrayed by it as well. But unfortunately for Evan Banks, Marcellus King, a hyper-aggressive Marcellus King, has jump-started this matchup. And Evan Banks didn't really even get a chance to get out of the gate, honestly.
No, he didn't. And Marcellus, I'd go so far as to say, in the last year, has probably looked better than he has in his entire career in the ring. More aggressive, more focused. And now we've got Nelson on the ropes here.
Using that top rope, he can only use it for 4.5 seconds, but I mean, you can strangle someone in 4.5 seconds.
Yes, you can. It only takes a couple. And this has been all Marcellus. Evan's gotten a couple of shots in. Might be set up a big knee drop. No, it's
God! Crushed him, sternum first. Cover from the King, 2 and only 2.
And that could crack a rib.
Marcellus King is not playing around.
Get him back down.
Crushes him into the center of the ring. 2! Great positioning there from Marcellus King. Went right for the cover. Almost dead center of the ring. Evan Banks was not going to make a rope. He had to exert the physical energy to physically throw Marcellus King off of him.
Yeah, great sequence of events. Great cover there, too. Verso got the starter on the second try.
Finally got it. Biggest offensive maneuver that Evan Banks has hit to date.
Go for it again.
Maybe a mistake right there. Oh boy.
Around.
Drove him right down on the knee. Oh, this could be it. Cover. 2. Hold him up.
Man. I don't know if Evan Banks is not a guy you want to play with.
King was embarrassed back at our historic 400th event. Evan Banks has always been a jovial, a lighthearted kind of guy. He did not expect to be beaten by Banks. Whoa, heads up! Get the scoreboard! Cradle, shoulders are down! Beat with it! Evan Banks thinking on his feet and wins it! And look at Marcellus King! The look of frustration on his face, calling for the golden ticket.
4 minutes and 4 seconds. You won by pinfall. Pocket call, Evan Banks.
Leave him alone, John. I need all refs, John.
We got refs coming out. Banks just got cracked right in the face. Bout is over.
Yeah, this is something that very low tolerance for post-match stuff right now, given the events that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. With the situation that's brewing with the riot, absolutely zero tolerance for sneak attacks, for fighting outside of the bell, basically. It got Banks up, creating some space now between him and King. Oh boy! Oh no! King spears Evan Banks hard into the canvas. Marcellus King goes down in defeat once again to Evan Banks, but stands tall with the golden ticket in hand. At some point between now and Battlecade in December, that ticket will guarantee Marcellus King any match with any opponents of his choice. And perhaps tonight, even in a losing effort, he has navigated through the obstacle of Evan Banks on his way to cashing in that ticket.